Look at the weather.
It's beautiful here.
Non-stop rain.
Oh, man, it is a blazer out there.
It's cold and it's shivery.
It is cold.
Really coming down here.
I really enjoy your weather reports.
From the All Indiana Podcast Network, we're talking weather in a whole new way. From historical events to what's coming up, plus weather news, science, safety, fun facts, and more.
I like where this is going.
This is Weather Weekly. Weather Weekly with Wish TV Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey.
It is episode 267 of Weather Weekly. Good to be with you, meteorologist Marcus Bailey, as we now enter into a full week of the month of March, and now daylight savings time in full effect, meaning sunsets are now nearly or close to 8 o'clock at night. Just before that, about 15 minutes or so. So some signs that spring on the way. Certainly we felt that the last couple of days. We had record high temperatures on Friday. In fact, we pushed very close to 80 degrees. But we also are going to get a very stiff reminder coming up this week that technically it's still winter. Even though meteorological winter is over, we know on the calendar it is still winter here for at least another couple of weeks. We'll tell you when that cold arrives. I'm also tracking some severe weather potential. We still have some major flooding issues here from all that rain we received last week. We're going to talk about that and so much more. You're listening to Weather Weekly. It is the week ahead for Monday, March 9th, 2026. Let's start with this first, and then we're going to kind of walk you through the forecast. We still have ongoing river flooding issues, mainly south of Interstate 70. We've had widespread minor to moderate flooding following 5+ inches of rainfall in some areas. And remember, everything's going to be running downhill. And what I mean by that is everything's running south. Even the heavy rain that we picked up in Indianapolis, we're not dealing with heavy flooding in the metro area. But that runoff has to go somewhere, and it feeds into the creek streams and then ends up going into the rivers like the White River, like the Wabash, that then go, feed south, and they eventually feed into the Ohio. So that's going to be an ongoing issue. It usually is it takes days for that stuff to kind of clear. Now, yes, we did have some decent rainfall on Saturday, but Sunday dry, and I think we're going to start off the week dry as well. So that'll give some time for some of the waters to recede. We are going to be bringing in precip chances by midweek, but then I'm hoping that we'll have some time to kind of dry things up. All right. So waterlogged ground, swollen rivers, it is going to mean that flooding is slow to recede. Okay. So let's go ahead and dive in to Monday here. And Monday is going to be pretty nice. Sunny skies, relatively calm. Winds might kick up a little bit. Could get gusts up to 25, but nothing too extraordinary there. I've got highs around 70 degrees for Monday afternoon. We'll see increasing clouds Monday night and lows around 60, so that's not terrible. Tuesday's a day you need to watch, okay? Rain chances are expected to return by Tuesday morning and more widespread rainfall Tuesday night into Wednesday as a stronger system approaches the state. We're looking at the potential for locally heavy rainfall, maybe 1 to 2 inches. And that's going to be probably Tuesday into Wednesday. So obviously that's going to agitate any flooding issues. And then along with the heavy rain, we do have the potential for stronger thunderstorms Tuesday night into Wednesday. Much of our state is in a level 2 out of 5 risk for severe weather. There's a level 3 out of 5 risk to our west into Illinois. So the instability is not super high, but we do have pretty strong wind shear. Wind shear is the measurement of winds changing direction or speed, and speed with height. Okay. You need wind shear as one of the focal ingredients for storm motion, rotating storms. Not necessarily tornadoes all the time. And then you also need the speed shear to help tilt the storm a little bit so it doesn't choke itself off and just kind of pulse up and die off quickly. All right. So be weather alert Tuesday night and Wednesday. Okay, all modes of severe weather are in play, hail, damaging winds, and yes, even some tornadoes. And then, of course, flooding is going to be a concern. Now, highs will be in the mid-70s. It's still going to be pretty warm. Overnight lows into the mid-60s Tuesday night. Wednesday looks pretty soggy all day. Highs will be into the low 70s, probably the last really mild day we're going to have for a little while, okay? By Wednesday night, cold front's going to swing through here. Colder air returns, bringing temperatures back to closer to seasonal levels. In fact, cold enough, we might see a little bit of a rain-snow mix Wednesday night. Overnight lows will dip below freezing for the first time in over a week. Thursday, then, mostly sunny and chilly. We're going to be below average, highs in the mid-40s. Friday, partly cloudy, will warm up, but it'll be breezy. Highs will be closer to 60. And then the weekend does look chilly. Friday night, lows will be in the mid-30s. Saturday, there is a slight chance for some rain and snow showers. Highs will be around 50. I don't foresee that being much better on Sunday as well, as we look to kind of stay a little bit below average heading into next week, where we're going to have probably several rounds of chill. And I'll tell you this. We are not done with snow, not by a long shot. The longer range pattern here has Sunday's highs in the mid-50s, so not terrible, but it does look like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. That would include St. Patrick's Day next Tuesday. Highs may not make it out of the 30s for Monday and Tuesday. St. Patrick's Day is looking to be awfully, awfully chilly. All right. In terms of rainfall coming our way, the next 7 days, between 1.5 inches to 2 inches statewide. That's not what we really need. Most of that, like I said, is going to come Tuesday into Wednesday. So that's just going to prolong and agitate a lot of the river flooding issues that we have ongoing. Okay, that's a look at the extended forecast. Coming up, we'll go deeper into the forecast, look kind of back at this extraordinarily wet start to the month of March. We'll look ahead to the next couple of weeks as well. All that and more. You are listening to Weather Weekly. All right, some quick stats here. So we are officially just 1 week in, right? We're just a little bit over. But we dried out the last couple of days. So a full week to start off the month of March, 5.03 is the total rainfall for the month so far. That's what we got for the week. We are 4.28 inches above average to date. Last year, we only had 3/4 of an inch. And I should say we have already exceeded our monthly average. And we did that in the first 5 days. It was the wettest 5-day start to the month of March on record in Indianapolis by a lot. So, yeah, that was, I mean, it was something with some of that heavy rain. I know at my house, I had just under 5 inches of rainfall. Some areas exceeded 5.5 inches of rainfall. Central Indiana kind of seemed to be the bullseye for that. So it was pretty impressive. Now, for the year, we're at 8.04. We are now plus 1.74 against the average for this time of year. So that's the good news there. Okay. Let's talk 8 to 14 day outlook. Temperatures. This would be for March 15th through the 21st. And I already kind of gave you a preview of what's going to happen in the next 10 days. But the 8 to 14 day, below average temperatures, near normal precipitation. Okay. But again, the 1 month average, or the 1 month March outlook, which was updated the last day of February, above average temperatures, above average precipitation. And the 3 to 4 week outlook does kind of confirm that. That would be the 21st to April 3rd. Above average precipitation is expected there. Now, real quick, before we wrap things up, the updated drought monitor, and we told you this was probably going to happen, came out on Thursday. There was not a lot of change. In fact, there was an expansion of the extreme drought up north. That probably will hold. Unfortunately, in northern Indiana, you just didn't get the rain that you needed. But southern Indiana, parts of central Indiana still considered to be abnormally dry or in a moderate drought. That, my guess, would be eliminated coming up with the new update. Okay, because of all the rain we received last week. And even then, it does look like parts of northern Indiana, the drought will be removed. Some will see the drought improving. So there's some good news, obviously, with all of this rain coming our way. All right. Also, the 15th through the 17th, the Weather Service is indicating a hazard of gusty winds. There's a slight risk for some stronger winds. That would be gradient winds, not severe wind gusts. So not unusual that we see that this time of year as we are entering into a big fluctuation with temperatures. All right. That'll do it for this week's podcast. Always appreciate your feedback. You can email me anytime, marcus.bailey@wishtv.com. Also on social media, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok. You can message me there. I'm pretty active on all 4 platforms. And, of course, you can get our forecasts 24 hours a day at wishtv.com/weather and our free Storm Track 8 weather app. And you can catch my forecasts weekdays, Monday through Friday on Wish TV's Daybreak, locally on Channel 8 in Indianapolis, and always online at wishtv.com. Hit the live stream button. That is from 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. Hope to see you there. While you're here, make sure to check out all the other great podcasts, all part of the All Indiana Podcast Network. Have a wonderful week. We'll talk soon, and God bless.
Discover more from Storm Track 8 Weather and Wish TV. Online at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to check out more great podcasts from the All Indiana Podcast Network now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.